and do spring. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get my devices to work for me here. Alright, what's the problem here? Alright. So how are y'all doing tonight? So this is what we're going to be. This is our sign. It says the earth laughs in flowers, and you can see it has a purple background because I love my purple. Okay, that looks good. Now let's see if we can get it to come up. I'm trying to get Facebook up, and it's just not working with me. Okay, so we're gonna do a swag tonight. All right, this is a 32-inch swag, and one of my designers was actually working on a swag the other night in my design group, and she was working with a smaller swag, and I was telling everyone how you can actually sometimes save money if you buy a larger one and cut it down, because she had a smaller swag. So I was thinking I would show y'all how to, it's just not helping me today, y'all. I thought I would show y'all how to make one a little bit smaller. And we're going to play with some flowers. We have this purple mesh, and then we have some greenery with a little bit of white in it. Bella's dog bones, which she thinks she needs 24/7. And then I just have kind of a combination of some different flowers, pink and purple. We have pink and purple. All right. So your swags, all of the swags come with this kind of base in the back. Okay, so there's this metal piece in the back. And if you're wanting a smaller swag, the best way to do it is to cut off some of the top, because then you don't have to try to cut out some of the smaller pieces down here. It's still going to go like a swag should. Okay, I don't know why I just can't get it to come up. All right, let me see if I can get it on over here. Yeah, now it's working. Yeah, it's not working for me though. I don't know why. Anyways, so if you're gonna cut one of these, you want to cut it back here where this metal spine is. Okay, so, okay, finally. I finally got it up. I don't know what is going on. Okay, videos. There. Okay. Alright. So right in here, you have to really put some pressure on it. So if you have a significant other that is a little bit stronger, you can use them. Sometimes the best thing to do is to snap it off like that. Alright, so we took about 7 inches off. So now we have about 22-inch swag. So much cheaper to mail a 22-inch swag than it is a 34. And I will tell you, these are in my shop right now, and you want to save these little pieces right here. So if you do cut one off, because you can put it on a grapevine and immediately have some greenery. These also have a little bit of pine in them. So they're just super nice. They're just really nice. They're nice ones. Okay, hold on. I'm just letting her know I'm on. Whoop. No, that was right. Go back down. No, go up. Alright, I'm sorry, y'all. It is just like, I'm telling y'all, let me tell y'all. One of the reasons we're doing this spring tonight is because I had the worst day. If y'all ever just had one of those days where it's just like the worst day. So first my husband, God love him, he decided that he was going to wake me up at 5 o'clock in the morning to tell me that he thinks we need to move our computer router, our internet router downstairs. So it took me forever to get back to sleep. Then I had to run to the doctor. And then I got stuck on the expressway, on the highway, for 2.5 hours on the way home. And then I had to take my mom to the doctor. So needless to say, I got nothing done today. I'm so glad you love the tips. Okay, you see how now it looks like just a regular swag. See how everything fits? And it's because we cut it off at the top. So cutting it off at the top, that's the trick. That is what you have to do to make sure that it's going to come out the way you want it to. So I cut my mesh at 20 inches. You could really get even smaller than that, especially if you're going to be doing a smaller one. But the first thing I like to do is I make a channel in the middle. I just kind of open it all up like this. And the reason I do this is because I want the width. So unlike an evergreen base, I really want the width on this one to be more on the outsides and not kind of fluff up. Hello, hello. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do messy ruffles, okay? So when you do messy ruffles, all you're really doing is you're taking it and you're kind of, let me spread this out a little. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Apparently I had my volume on. Okay. There we go. Now I can see. All right. Maybe I should have stayed in bed. I agree. All right, so I just do like one little curl and then I just pull it up like this. You can also just kind of ruffle it in your hand. That works too. I'm going to start off up here at the top. And I'm just going to tie it on right in there. I'm just going to kind of go back and forth. All right, so pull it. The only reason I'm really curling the edge is just to keep it from fraying. Then I just pull it in like this. And then tie, and I'm only using one tie. There we go. All this is going to do is kind of fill it in a little bit, and it's going to give it a little color. We like color. It is purple mesh. It's purple snow mesh. And I love it. Love purple snow mesh. Okay. So you may not even really need that much. Did I say pink? If I said pink, I meant purple. I might have put pink. I might have even said I was going to use pink and then change to purple. Y'all, I picked out about 10 signs before I finally figured out what I wanted to make. I think it's just because my day was kind of stressful and I wasn't really feeling that creative until I got in here and started looking at my purple stuff, and then I was like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. So do y'all design, do any of y'all design like me? Do you just kind of have to figure it out like right before you do it? That's how my creativity works. I'm not one of those people that plans ahead a lot. I just kind of have to wing it because that's how my creativity works. Isn't this mesh pretty? I know, I love it. And this is one of my signs. So I was just showing Mom all the new signs we were listing. She really liked them, didn't you, Ma?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I love purple. Okay. So see how it just kind of gives us color and fills in? Because when you're working with things like this, if you're just going to do florals, you're going to start really spending some. Yeah, you're a last minute creator too. Figure out it's good. Me too. That is how it works for me. Yeah, you want to spend less money on the florals because mesh is a lot less expensive than florals. All right, and I want to kind of figure out where I'm going to put my sign. I want to put my sign about right here. Okay. So I just want to keep that in mind. So I'm not going to put any mesh in here. Okay. So we haven't even used the whole roll. We've used a lot of it, but not the whole thing. When you get towards the bottom, you may have to use 2 to tie it in, just because it's going to get much tighter. All right, but you still want to make sure you have some channel. All right, now, this last one, I want to put kind of towards the bottom in the middle. All right. So we're going to put a tie, we're going to put a bow here. We're going to put a bow here. So we'll do that next. All right, we're going to put our sign in. So we'll put our 2 bows and our sign in. And then we'll start adding all the pretty things. Right? Okay. Let's see. Look at this ribbon. Did I show you that ribbon?
Yep.
I think she's napping back there, y'all. Yes, they're 20 inches. Yeah, you want to see the sign up close? Hold on. See how close I can get it. There you go. It says, "The earth laughs in flowers." So it has like a turquoise green bike. It has purple, and then it has pink and blues and greens in the background. So I like it because I have some of these ribbons. I actually sell some of these ribbons. And so I like that it picks up a lot of the colors in this ribbon. See how it has the green, the purple, the pink. And so you see how it pulls those. It starts to pull this white border out because it has the same colors. We have a little truck ribbon. And we have a pink and purple. So you can see we're putting several pink and purple things in here because that's kind of my focus colors. Oh, yay, you finally got in. Yay. All right, so let's see. Let's start off with this purple. All right. Kind of move things around a little bit. Okay. Me too, I love. This is one of, like, the first signs I made last year. And it's still one of my favorites. Okay, so at the top, I want my tails to come down, not, you know, about to where my sign is. So, let's see. We're going to do about 10 inches, all right? So not as long as you probably would think. All right. So we put it in. Let me move this out of the way. And then we're just going to go out to the 6-inch. So 6-inch. And this is nice canvas ribbon. So 6-inch, 6-inch. It has a little bit of yellow in the center. It's just a very pretty ribbon. It's like the combination of mine and my mom's color favorites. She's a pink person. I'm a purple person. Are y'all pink or purple lovers? Or neither one? Maybe you're a neither one. Alright, so we got that. See, now this has a pattern, but everything's in the middle. So when everything's in the middle, it's not going to make any difference. Alright, let's go with this one next. Love this one. Okay. I'm going to make the tails longer because we'll curl it up. Okay. So 6-inch again. I'm just doing the one. There we go. Pull it out, trim it off. You're purple? Me too. Me too. I am a purple fanatic. Here's a little tip for you. When you're storing your ribbons, you can get these tiny little nails with the kind of little large bead on them. From Amazon, you can get them from Hobby Lobby, and they make a great way to keep your ribbon together because it doesn't damage your ribbon. Like, I've tried all different things. I've tried rubber bands, I've tried tape, and a lot of them will ruin your ribbon. So make sure you get something that doesn't ruin your ribbon. Okay. Here we go. Right. So this one has a pattern, but we're gonna have to, that's gonna be upside down. Let's do this one in our hand. All right. That way I can turn the bikes and get them in the right place. We're gonna do 5-inch now. So I want it to be a little bit smaller. So I'm just going from 0 to 10. That's 5 inches. Uh-oh, what happened? Alright, so 5 inches. You can just put your fingers in there together and you can see that they're both 5 inches. Okay? There we go. See, because I'm not twisting it in any way, everything is staying in the same direction. And I want them all to go in this direction up here where we can see them. All right. So that's why I did it in my hand, because when you're putting it in your hand, you're not twisting it. You are literally just putting the ribbons in next to each other. You're not stacking them either. All right, so then we'll kind of finish it out. I think this ribbon right here kind of ties them all together, ties all these colors together and lets these work together. And who doesn't love spring colors? I love spring colors. All right, so we're going to do 5 inches on this one. So I'll just match it to that ribbon. Trim it off. All right. Get a couple of these out and a couple of these out. All right. We're also going to take a piece of this mesh. We're going to cut one more piece. Doesn't really matter exactly what size. Between 10 and 20. Alright. I'm actually going to put this on the bottom. And I'm going to put this back. You don't have to do it this way. You could just pull it out and then do it. Alright, so then I'm going to take this zip tie, and I'm going to tell you the reason we put that under there. Alright, so I just get the zip tie around one side, enough to pull it out. So remember, we're going to do a second one, so we're going to leave this out. So you could do where we did on the bottom, where you went ahead and tied the mesh in, or you can attach the mesh behind the bow. So you want to get it to where that center is. And what this does is this keeps it from sinking into, no, this isn't a kit, but I do have the swag in my shop and the sign and a bunch of these ribbons. But I might have to do a kit like this. This would be fun. So what it does is it keeps it from sinking into the swag. So anytime you have extra mesh, it's a great idea just to put it behind there. Okay. So I'm actually using a green zip tie to tie it on. So when I tie on these, I usually do zip ties. Alright, so we're going to pull that tight, and I'll hold all 3 pieces of the zip tie while I break the bow. So that just means pull and twist so you can get it the most fluffiness out of it. But once you've fluffed it, you gotta stop. Don't keep coming back to fluff it. And it is fine to pull them and twist them, because that's what breaks them from the center. Then you can pull all your tails out. See how pretty that is? All right, we're gonna cut off this one. All right, let's place this one on, and then we're gonna make the second one. All right, so what I want to do is I want to place it, so if you look here, all right, there is a little tie in the back of these. Now we cut ours off, but I'm going to make one by taking 2 long pieces, all right, and twisting them together several times to make a tie. So we want our bow to go below where this is, okay? So I'll take and run my zip tie right around. You want to go around that hard base, and you want to make sure it's below where that tie is, okay? You want to be careful how tight you make it, because the tighter it is, the more it will pull your bow down into the swag. So you really have to kind of look at what you want. I kind of like to have a little bit of color up above the bow. Alrighty. So you see how it starts to pull it down? Now some of that will be offset by this mesh that we put. Okay. There we go. I think that's about as tight as I want to get it. Well, I don't know why this isn't tying right. Hold on, let me see. What's the problem? Ha! Now it's tying right. Alright. Hold on. We're going to put a new one in there. For some reason it wasn't tying right when it was in there. We might squash our bow a little bit, but we can fix it. Alright. There we go. Not too bad. We didn't squash it too bad. Just a tiny little bit. Alright. Now. Tie it back where it was. All you're really doing is making sure that you get it around the frame and below that tie. There. When I did it before, the little pieces weren't catching. They were just popping right back out. So that wasn't going to do us any good, was it? Alright, there. Now we got it. Okay. So we'll fluff it out a little. So I'm pulling these to get them spread out a little bit more. I don't want my bow to be squashed down right here at this juncture. Alright, then I'm going to curl these up. Maybe a little bit to the side. Okay. Have these. Okay. No, it's not a kit. We can do another swag kit if y'all would like me to.
What?
talking to people?
Oh.
All right, let's do the...
Bella and me.
No, they're wanting to know if this is a kit. And I was saying I could do another kit if they want me to.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to make the second... Ugh, itchy. We're going to make the second bow. So we'll do about the same length of tail, about 10 inches or so. Yeah, this swag, this sign, and a lot of these ribbons are in my shop. They sure are. I do have some of this purple mesh. I just have to list it. I have purple and I have pink. You know what? Let's go a little bit smaller. Make this 5-inch. I want it smaller. Okay, so 5-inch, 5-inch. Okay. Because down at the bottom, okay, it's much smaller. So you don't want to have the same size as you have up top. You want that delineation between the two. Sometimes I like small, little delicate bows. It doesn't have to be exactly like the top bow, but generally speaking, I make it pretty much the same, at least the same color scheme. So, hi. Do you have a white Christmas? Oh, I wanted us to have one so bad. And they even said we were going to, and then guess what? Boom. It was gone. No more white Christmas. Just rain. I'm very sad. Okay. So we're going to do this one. So you can see I twist when I get to the center. And I just want to do the same size. And these bow makers, they have the little measurements on them. If you can't see them, you can write them on the side. Or if you're like me and you like to put little tape on everything, you know, those little tape with the, the little label makers. I like to do that, so I would probably do the label maker with mine. Because I like those. Alright, this is our patterned ribbon. So we'll do that one by hand. So we're going to do it even smaller. So we'll get our little tail here. Thank you. I love the ribbons too. So we'll go from the 0 to the 9. Alright. And do like 4.5 inches. So 0 to 9. Here we go. So see how I'm just sticking it in next to it? I am not arranging them. I'm not putting one on the top and one on the bottom. I'm literally just pushing it into my hand. Was that you or Bella?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh.
She's asleep.
Oh. I was hearing thumping and I was trying to figure out what that was. Alright, so we're going to place it down in the bow maker. Make sure that we have the right part of the bite showing. We do. Okay. Alright, then we'll end off with, I love this ribbon set. Look at all this glitter on here. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's one of my favorites. And I have a whole bunch more ribbon on order. We just haven't gotten it in yet. You know how slow the mail is? It's like creepy crawly. We did get all the Valentine's ones out though. I don't know how quickly they'll get there, but they went out. Alright, did I take another zip tie out? I thought I did. No worries, we have lots more. Okay, so we'll just, so we don't need to put anything under this one because we already have a piece of mesh down there. So we'll just run our zip tie around. Okay, just pull it out. Let me. Ugh. I'm going to turn on the glue. Okay. Alright. So I see where that little indentation is, and I just hold it and pull it around. See how cute, little one. Alright. So we will tie this one on as well. Alright. So hold all three and then break your bow. So all you're doing is twisting like this back and forth, and what it does is it prevents it from getting stuck down in there. And it allows you to get more fluff out of your bow so that the loops don't have that tendency to want to squash down. Took me a long time to learn this little trick. Now it's my favorite. I was always afraid I was going to pull the ribbons out. You won't. If you get them in there with a zip tie and they're in there tight, you're not going to pull them out. And until I did that, my bows just weren't like they are now. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so at the bottom, you want to make sure that you're tying on where that metal piece is. So what I usually do is I leave a big piece up. I make sure that I tie, alright, so that there is a little bit in between. So there's a little bit of green here, a little above, a little below. Okay. So I'm checking as I'm tightening it to make sure that I'm not making it too tight. And then when I'm happy with it, I'm happy with the placement and how tight I have it on here, I'll trim off from the back. See, if you get it too tight, it's going to squash your ribbons in there. And that's a good look. It's just not the look I'm going for on this one. Okay. So now we have the two bows. Okay. So we're going to put our sign in. And then we're going to put some pretty stuff around it. That's the most fun. Oh, awesome. Well, we're glad you're here. Alright, so we're just going to punch a hole in the sides, in the four corners. Okay. And I know we're out on my website. I have some on the way. So they should be here very shortly. Well, you know, with the mail. Hopefully it will be quickly, but you know, I just don't know. It's just so hard to say. Okay. So what are y'all doing? What's your Christmas plans? Do you have family there? Are you just kind of hanging out? We have Nana and John's sister's coming by. His sister and her husband are coming by tomorrow. So that's it for us. Okay. Alright. My things are getting all caught up. Alright, so I was going to do a round side, but then I just couldn't help myself. Mama's doing good. She's sitting in the back.
What?
Somebody was asking how you are.
I'm good.
She's good. She's sitting right back there with the Bella. She and Bella are in their spots.
We're warm.
Yeah, they're warm. I'm hot. Prime rib dinner? What? I'm coming to your house. prime rib dinner. Well, let's see. Tomorrow I'm making barbecue. I love to make barbecue in my crock pot. Have y'all ever tried to make barbecue in your crock pot? The trick is root beer. It's a bizarre trick, but it works. You soak it and cook it in root beer. It gives it a great flavor. And then the next night we're having lasagna because I really didn't feel like making Thanksgiving stuff again. Where do I get the metal? Try Smart Blonde. There are so many places that have the metal. But check out Smart Blonde. They have a lot of really good selection. All right. So I'm going to kind of push these back a little. So mainly the job of the mesh here is to keep the sign from kind of falling in. Okay? So I'm just going to take it. I'm going to run it around the sides. I'm going to tie it underneath. Once I find that other side. Okay. Let's get it back where we want it. I'll tie it slightly loosely until I can get it in the place I want it. There we go. Now I got it. Alright, so what I do is I tie it in the back. You're having turkey and ham? Oh, I want some tamales. Alright, so you see where the wire is. What I'll do is I'll push it back up into the swag. And then I will take some greenery pieces and I'm going to push it right over the wire. So it's going to hide the wire and it's going to protect someone's door or wall or wherever they have it hanging from getting damaged. So that's my little trick for the signs. I wrap it around. You know, tight enough so that it's going to be on, but not so tight that it's going to squash it. I know, right? It is so different with COVID. I know usually we see our whole family, but not this year. Ham. See, we talked about doing ham. But y'all, to get the ham for Christmas was such a nightmare. I wasn't about to ask my husband to do that again. I'm not sure if he would agree to it. It was really a nightmare. He had to wait in line forever. Even though I had ordered it ahead of time, it was just bad. So, I wasn't going to put him through that again. Alright. So let me readjust here. Alright, there we go. Now we're just going to add some carrot. Now you could stop here and this could be your piece. And that would be totally fine. It's really pretty. Or you can add more and elevate it a little bit more. Alright. Now, I'll keep pulling this out. Let me see what I do with that pen. There it is. I'm going to show you the stuff we have to put some in. Thank you. Thank you. Isn't this mess just divine? I just love it. Now, some of the greenery I have. So I have these. They're little eucalyptus bushes with this little delicate little bead in it. I love this stuff. So when you're doing swags and things like that, if you can get several different colors of green in it, it kind of helps it to look more natural. Alright, then I have this one. This has some awesome greenery in it. It has just several different pieces of greenery all together. So these come from Sims Pottery. That's one of my wholesalers. So when you use things like this, you've got to really pull them out because they'll get all squished up there together. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Then we have just a little bit of purple. It's like a purple bush. What's it called? Lavender bush. That's pretty close. Let's see. Lavender bush, yeah. This one, we have some little purple flowers. I think those will be okay. We have a little bit of purple. What is this called? I don't know. Y'all, I'm terrible with the name of flower things. I just say, ooh, pretty. Look at these. So these are tiny little purple, delicate purple flowers. This is the kind of stuff I like. This is plum leaf bush. All right. So we're going to start putting some of this in. And if you've watched me before, you'll know I like to find things that I can get a whole lot of cuts out of. Because the more cuts I have, the more things I can put in, the less costly it is, and the less it junks it up. So you really want to spread out, spread the joy. Butterfly bush. Thank you. Yeah, I never would have gotten that. Alright. Sometimes I'll take the greenery off of these and sometimes I'll leave them on. I think this greenery is actually okay. So I will leave that on. Alrighty. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. That's a lot all in one bush. I might spread that out a little bit. Okay, so we'll cut that off. When you cut different ones, you want to take this tip and twist it so that it can't pop off. Then you can get both of those. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start to take it, we're going to run it in the glue, and we're going to come out to the sides. Okay? So when you're doing things like this, what you want to do is you want to create an imaginary line and stay within that line. As long as you stay within that line and keep the shape of what you're doing, it's going to look good. We can also put some in the bow. Love to decorate my bow. Look at those pretty little flowers. I like those. I like those a lot. Let's do another one of those. I like delicate. I don't know why, I just kind of tend to like the more delicate flowers instead of the chunkier ones. So, I mean, I like sunflowers and I love magnolias and stuff like that. And I do those sometimes, but I do tend to use this type more often. Okay. Alright. A little bit here. There. Okay. Alright, and I'm going to make sure that I glue it into the greenery because that's what holds on to the glue. Okay. You want to make sure you push it in. Let's put some of those. A little bit of flowers over here. Yeah. Let's spread this out a little. Alright, we can put little flowers at the top. And I'll push them in. Alright, let's push that down. There we go. But see, I have the greenery kind of back here in the back. Ooh, rum cakes, yum! And so that gives it a nice base for all of this mesh, and it gives me a great place to start to put some pieces in. Okay. Alright, let's get this greenery spread out. Alright. Okay. So see how I'm staying with that line? So you see right there? Let me turn it around this way so you can see. So just get some glue, and if you lift these up, you can see that greenery pieces there. And then I just push it down until it gets into the line where I want it to be. Okay. Let's see. Just get a little bit of this purple in here. See how many cuts are on these things? There's a lot of cuts in here. A lot of good cuts. Okay, so one line I got 4 cuts. Alright, don't forget to add some to the bottom. I want to put some in this bow down here. Oh, that's cute. Okay. I don't want to have pink have all the fun. We gotta have purple have some fun too. Alright. Yeah. I really like this one. This purple bush. It's pretty. Alright, so I'm just looking for places where it's easy for me to trim it and make a good cut. So what that means is there's still some stem left. So you see how there's still some stem left, and you can easily get it in. Okay. Let's put some around this bow up here. Ooh, that's cute. Can you see that? Kind of coming out. Alright. I'm going to put some in here. Kind of in between. I need to move that around so y'all can see. So in between some of the mesh. So that it kind of looks like this is kind of growing out of or around the mesh. So that helps it to look more natural as well. And we might put a couple of these at the bottom. What's delicious? Chocolate eclairs. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite things.
Oh, mine too.
Oh, my mom made, what are those things you made tonight? Wedding cookies. The wedding cookie. Little tea cookies. I love those too. They're yummy. Mm-hmm. I know, when I was at my doctor today, and I said I need to figure out how to lose weight. And he was telling me what to do, and I was like, well, I'm not going to start it until after December. And he said, yeah, I'm not going to start until after then either. So we agreed that we would both wait. That's so funny.
So we're going to carve out.
Yep, no more carbs. So sad. Okay. This looks really good in here. This purple. Alright. So see how it just fits in there very well. You can see up close. So we're going to start putting some of this in between some of the mesh. So that way it looks a little bit more natural. I love this little lavender.
Okay.
You're quiet back there, Mama.
But
I said you're quiet back there.
well, I'm not the one who's doing the talking.
Oh. Usually she's making lots of comments. She may just be tired. Okay.
My eyes hurt, so
Oh, her eyes hurt. She has eye problems. Y'all have lots of allergies going on. We've had the most horrible allergies lately. Okay. That is not... Hold on, that's not going to go in there. There's not enough greenery at the bottom here to put this in. So I'm going to find another place. Here we go. Okay. Put some of these in between the mesh. Alright, let's put... Where'd I put that other one? Did I drop it? Y'all, seriously, I don't know what I did with it. It's funny. What's going on? What's Peggy making? I want to see what's Peggy making. Okay. There we go. Alright, so like that. So you don't want to put too much. You just really want to have it kind of coming out in various places so that it almost looks like it's growing out of it. But you don't want to overwhelm it because it's very pretty like it is. So I don't want to overwhelm that. So we have mostly purple with a little pink here and there. I like to put something in the bottom so it gives it more of a natural finished look. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. Aha, there it was. That is so funny. Y'all, in February, Sims Pottery has this floral show. They do it in North Carolina. And I love going to that thing. They always come out with, they always get to show you all the new products. And I always come home with way too much stuff. And the funny thing is, half the time, I don't use it until the next year. But I know it's there. And so I'll get it all out and I'll think, oh yeah, I have that so-and-so from last year's show, and I'll get it out and start using it. This was one of them. This was something that that I really liked and I really didn't get to use. And so we're using it now. So what I did is I framed all around the mesh and the bow with some of that greenery. Okay, so let's see.
Whoa, I liked it.
Okay. I think I want to put just a tiny bit more pink in here, and then I think we're going to be done. I really like these little pink little bead things, so I want to put a few more of those in. So let's grab a couple of those. This one has too much flowers, so we'll pull that part down. Remember, we have to twist this little piece so it won't come off. There. Then we can trim it. Alright, so let's get a little bit of pink Maybe like right in here. Okay, ooh, that's cute. Let's get it in there a little better. That's pretty. Okay, let's get some on this side. We'll do it right down here. Okay, there we go. Maybe a little bit right here. A little bit. I want one with a little bit longer stem. Okay. No, I think that'll be it. One thing that you have to do when you're doing these is to set yourself a limit on how much of each supply you're going to use, because that's what helps you to not go overboard. Otherwise, you can just keep putting in and putting in and putting in and putting in and putting in. So I generally have in my mind, when I'm doing it, how much I'm going to use in it. And that really helps me to stay on track. So, all right. Here we go. So you can see we have a little bit of we have a lot of the little purple up here. But it's just little additions. It's not like overwhelming. Woo! Thank y'all. Y'all, it's so funny. I always take out like 15,000 things because I get it all up here and I think, well, which one of these am I going to use? And then I don't end up using half of it. Yeah, and look how much mesh we had left. We had a lot. And then we had this much left from our swag that we cut off. So see, if we had kept the swag long, we would have had to use a lot more mesh and probably some more greenery pieces. So, awesome. Thank you. So, do y'all have any questions? What is it? Oh, I forgot to cut this off, apparently. That's funny. All right. Yes, Merry Christmas. I hope y'all have a wonderful Christmas. I have a little video. What did I do with that wreath? Oh. Alright, I recorded a little video on this nice small little wreath. It's a 10-inch wreath. And that'll be up in the next couple of days for y'all to watch. So, I hope y'all have a marvelous Christmas. And I will see you guys. I'll probably put this one out Friday. So my potential plan is to have Wednesday and Sundays live and Friday to be a recorded video. And then extras in there if I can get them in. Okay, y'all have a wonderful Christmas. Where am I going to put it? Where am I going to put what? How much would I charge for this one? I'd have to sit down and figure out how much I put in it. I'd say probably $105, including the shipping, because it's a smaller one. Yeah. All right. Yeah, y'all have a wonderful Christmas too, and I will see you guys. Thank you. I will see you guys after Christmas, and if I get too bored, I'll be on here earlier. I've already told my mom if I just can't handle it anymore, I'm coming to hide over here. So, I'm not sure how many ruffles I had in. Let's see. How many I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I probably put about 11 in there. So, just figuring it out backwards. All right, y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all